Okay.
Hey now. Hey now. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome to Chef Ajala's live. Toward the end or the beginning, you all can hit the like and the subscribe. Now, this is my first time doing a live this magnitude. So, y'all forgive me if I run into some mistakes. Now, the live is about life challenges. I'll let a few of you all get on before I dig deep into what I'm going to be talking about. And remember, this is my first live at this magnitude with the editing. So I just had to come up with a topic. So I'm going to work off of the topic that I have. And it's called Life Challenges. I'm going to tell y'all about some of my life challenges. And you all going to relate to most of my life challenges. I don't care whether you're young or old, you're going to relate to some of my life challenges because we all have them. And some of us have the exact same life challenges. And some of us have different life challenges. But it's been known to where most of us have the same life challenges. Not every life challenge, but a lot of them. And I guess I'm gonna give you an example. If you hurt from a death, grieved over death, we all have that type of life challenge. So that's what I'm talking about. When I say we all have some of the same life challenges. And I see you all coming in. Welcome in. Welcome in to my first edited live. Thank you. And show me some love. Like and subscribe. If you like it, make sure you hit like and you subscribe because I got a lot of stuff coming up. And I've been telling you all on a regular live every now and then that I had something big coming up. So this is the start of the big that I have coming up. Come on in. Before I start going too deep, I'm going to wait till I get, a few more followers in, a few more people in. I tell you what, it's a rainy and stormy day here in Georgia. It was earlier, it was storming and raining. So, and again, for you all that's in Texas, Oklahoma, parts of Oklahoma, and Louisiana, my prayers go out to you because the storm is just really, really bad there. And I know how it could be because I lived in Texas for 4 years. I was there during the Harvey. That was the biggest storm that they've had since 2000. I think it was 2000. I want to say 17. I think it was 2017, 2018 or 2017, one of them. Welcome in, y'all. Come on in. I'll see you. You can send me a message. You can send me a message saying hi. I'll get the message. I don't see my messages here. Let me see. Okay. I can get my messages right here, y'all. Okay, I don't have any messages yet. I'm going to put on here. Let me say hi. That way you get a message from me. Welcome in. Keep coming on in so I can get started on life challenges. I had to stop smiling. You know, when I used to really be out there working on some jobs back in the day, they would call me Smiley because they would actually call me the Smiley Cook because I used to smile all the time. Yeah, but what I wanted to get started on, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. It's what I wanted to talk about was they have the protests going for against the Asians. You know, they don't want us to buy Asian products, Asian food. Well, actually, I really don't see them complaining about Asian food. So I've been mainly seeing the nail shops. I've been seeing the nail shops, and it's all because the young man that got unalived by the Asian grocery store and gas station owner. And that's a life challenge to where, you know, because the young man was arrested and he has a court date and he's going to be getting time. So that's the protest. You know, this young man, they say shouldn't have got any type of time. He shouldn't be getting any type of time for for no. I'm on another story, y'all. That's another story. Oh, that's another story. But okay, the incident I'm talking about is where the young man got unalive by the Asian store owner slash gas station. Him and his son chased the young man out the store. They didn't chase him out the store because I saw the video. They didn't chase him out the store. Uh, they were saying he stole some water, but from the video showed where he put the water back and he walked out the store. He walked maybe about a yard and a half past the store, and the Asian father and son started chasing him, and they chased him a ways. They chased him almost a block. If it wasn't almost a block, it was a block. I think it was a block, a little over a block, something like that. But it was a ways, and um, they said that he had a gun, turned the gun on the Asian man. The Asian man had a gun also, and he shot the young man and unalived him, and he got away with it. So that's what the protest is about. And they're saying stay away from the Asian businesses. But from what I see, they're protesting the nail shops and the beauty supply. Now, my thought on this, why not the restaurants? Why not the store, the gas stations? I mean, it happened at a Asian gas station in a grocery store. So I don't see any videos up on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, where they protesting other stores. And you have some creators that's saying that we cannot get away from purchasing from the Asians. That's sort of true and it's sort of not true. I'm going to break it down for you. Me, this here, it will be a life challenge to me uh, for us now. But this has been a challenge for me since I've been like 12 or 14 years old because I've always wondered way back. I would say that was back in the early 80s. When I grew up, it was black owned businesses. And by the time I was maybe like 15, that's when more and more Asian businesses started coming in the neighborhood. And it's not just Asian. So I've had these challenges wondering why we haven't stepped up since I was 14 years old, at least 14. Because they started, you had Islams, Iranians, different people started buying out the black people businesses, and they would treat us so bad. This was when I was 14. Just imagine how old I am now. I have a lot of grandkids, so this been going on a long time. So it was a life challenge back then for me because I was wondering why, as black people, we cater to these places. Now I'm gonna tell you, the food, the Chinese food, back where I'm from, St. Louis, we call it Chinaman. And St. Louis is like number one for its good Chinaman. And also New York, good Chinese food. Look it up. So I've been knowing about, we've been had that since I was little. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, but that's all we had. That was the only time I saw Chinese people. Where I'm from, I didn't see Chinese people. Only in the Chinese restaurants, which we call China. We didn't call them restaurants, we call them China. We got restaurants many years later to where you can go sit down in a restaurant. So I didn't like it then, and I don't like it now. And even in my 20s and 30s, I've always wondered why we let these people come over here and take over and treat us bad, including our Iranians, not just the Chinese. Talk to us bad, treat us bad. It got to, I never was one to go in the Iranians' businesses. Never, ever. Well, let me stop lying. Maybe about twice a year. Because I didn't like how they treat us. They follow us in the store. They talk to us any kind of way, talk to us like dogs. I never liked to be treated like that. And with my money hard as I worked, I didn't have to go there. You know, they are all in our neighborhoods. So this is not a new challenge for me. This was a challenge way back then, back in the 80s, early 80s for me. And I'll talk on some more challenges a little bit later, but it's going to consist of not just the Asians and the Iranians. We got others. When it's so many Black Americans that do hair, you don't have to take anything from the Africans. How they lock the door, pull your hair out, change the price on you. I've had that happen to where they changed the price on me years ago in Texas. It had happened twice, but I let them know this is not what we talked about. Because see, I'm gonna mention it to you 2, 3, 4 times. This is what I want. How much is it? And I'm gonna talk to you about it 2, 3 more times to where we on the same page. And they still trying to take the price up. Be like, no, you are getting what you told me it was. So I stopped kind of dealing with the Africans back then, because I didn't like that. And even my nails now, I haven't had my nails done in a couple of years. Because when I say I'm not going, I bought everything I need to do my own nails if I want them done. to do my own pedicure. I got a lot of stuff from Temu and Amazon about 4 years ago, to do my own nails. So I don't go to them. But it's true when they say we're not going to be able to get away from them. That's sort of true and sort of not true. And I'm going to tell you how that works. A lot of our stuff, things, anything to go in the house, outside the house, around the house, it does come from China. But let me tell you what I started doing years ago. We have to order from them. So I had the problem with the people over here in America. You could be over in China and I still order from you, because I still do. This wig came from China, but I ordered it off a line. You're not over here in America. I know this wig came straight from China to me. So yes, we're not going to be able to get away from it. But I would not buy no wigs from a Chinaman here in America. I would not buy hair from out a wig store here. No. Yes, Walmart. A lot of my stuff comes from China. That's not the Chinese people inside of Walmart selling me that. That's Walmart. So I'm going to buy those things. You don't have no choice but to buy those things. A lot of things your baby wear, different products for your baby comes from China. So long as you ordering from American stores, yes, they getting it from China. That's fine. But it's not the problem is you walking up in a Chinese store over here in America. To me, like I say, they've been putting videos up of wig stores, and you see, I don't go to them anymore. I don't even know what it's called. Is it called a wig store? Beauty supply store, being empty and things like that. Okay, I rock with y'all when y'all show me some Asian restaurants that you're not at, that you're not going to. Show me Asian restaurants you're not going to. Any other Asian businesses besides the nail shop and the beauty supply? They have a lot more. They have grocery stores. Show me you're not rocking with them in Asian grocery stores. If you're going to do it, you do it right. Do it right. Boycott the grocery stores, the restaurants, any type of Asian business. You boycott. You don't just do a wig store and nail shop. You got to do it right. And how about this? Like I said, I've had this problem since I was like 14 or under 14. How about this? Boycott the Iranians. They do a lot. I saw a video in Texas. I saw a video last week of an Iranian posted. I'm gonna tell you. Let me start over. This young man from school, he got out of school. He needed to use the restroom. The Iranian business told him to go around the back and use the bathroom. He had the boo-boo. And the man ended up, while the little boy went back there boo-booing in the back of the building, he videoed him. And when the next day, when the kids got out of school, he showed this video to these kids. He put a picture of the little boy up on the door. But you had people protesting that. They couldn't even go in the gas station to get anything that they needed out the gas station, even to buy food or pay for gas. They couldn't even get gas because they were protesting. You can't cross a protest. So that's what I'm talking about, how they treat us. If you're going to do it right, you do it right. You protest everybody that's giving us problems over here like that. That's giving us problems. And a lot of you all is from the left who is for this protest, who out here protesting. How you mad at Trump when Trump doing the same thing? He trying to get him out of here. He trying to get everybody out. He ain't discriminating. So that's what you need to be doing, working with him. And don't discriminate when it comes to these foreigners. You get them out of here. You stop going to their businesses. It's enough of us that's out here. Y'all buying food off of Facebook Marketplace. That's really hot now. Y'all buying food at white and black establishments. Too much places out here you can go than going to Asian or foreigner business doing anything. Y'all stop this. If you all really did it right, you could stop all of this, them treating us like that. And that includes the Africans with those different videos where they on there fighting these women, pulling their hair out and trying to charge them more and locking the door, saying you ain't going nowhere. And, then they trying to fight them or whatever. Them too. Shut them down. I've been thinking this was a life change for me back in the day when I was young teenager, wondering why, as Black folks, we don't come together to get these people out of here. I remember I was around when Castro, that was the old president of Cuba. He sent thousands of his people over to where I lived in St. Louis and dumped them off. And my neighborhood was so bad. I was wondering then, I was 12 and 13 then, and they lived right down the street from me, the Cubans. A lot of them, they stayed in a 4-family flat, and it was like 40 or 50 of them in a 4-family flat. They would kill each other. They would fight over chicken, kill each other. They was raping my friends, killed a couple of my friends. So I was a young girl, 12 years old. Like, why would the president allow these people over here to do this in my neighborhood? So all of it's come to pass now. Now that Trump is in and trying to get rid of all of them. He ain't discriminating. And if y'all doing this protest, if y'all work together, y'all can get all of them, not all of them, but most of them from over here too. They won't have a chance at opening no business over here because they wouldn't be able to, because we're not going to shop there. We're not going to shop there. And I don't have a problem with it now because, like I say, that was in my past. That was a challenge in my past that I was wondering why wasn't anyone or the president, the Senate, government doing anything about it. But now that Trump is doing something about it, and y'all got this, he trying to get rid of them, and y'all got this thing to where y'all protesting against him, y'all could work together, work with Trump to get him from over here. That don't sound crazy to me. Don't sound crazy to me at all. And again, I'm going to pause here a second. Thank you all for showing up on my live. And like I said before, I got a lot more to talk about. I got things on my mind. You hear me? And I'm going to tell it. I'm tired of thinking about it just up in my head. Shoot, my brain tired of listening to it. My brain like tell somebody else. Talk about it to somebody else. I'm tired. I'm tired. Sometimes I can't even think right. That's because my brain don't want to hear it. So I got to get it out. Yeah, so we got to, yes, we do have to stick together and take care of each other. Just like in your real family, most of y'all stick together with your family no matter what. You eventually come together. And that's how it's got to be with us as Black folks. We got to stick together because you got a lot of Haitians out here, a lot Black American Haitians, Black American Africans, and they think that we wrong. That's because you're not one of us. You from straight Africa. Your mama and daddy is from Africa, not your ancestors from centuries ago. So you of course you're gonna think like that. Because for one, you don't want Trump to send you back. So yes, you're gonna be against the fight. And then the protests for Target, that's cool and all. They say that, they still don't want black people to go to Target. But when the protest first started, it was a lot of people standing outside of the different Targets. You're not going to hurt nobody for 2 or 3 days standing out there. You got to be like Martin Luther King. You protest for months and months at a time. If you're going to stand outside, then you stand outside for months. And that's how you shut a person down. The same with the Asians. You can't not just protest for days or let's say 20 days, 15 days. You got to protest for months and months and months and months, and then you shut them down. That's what you got to do. And look, there's a lot of Black American nail shops that was already open. And you got a lot of them that's opening up. They putting them on YouTube and also TikTok and Facebook. So they do have them. I don't think where I live at in Georgia, I don't live in Atlanta. I live in the suburbs. I don't think that they have them shops here. I have to go to Atlanta. They got a couple of them, and they are really, really nice. They got a few of them in Atlanta. They nice, and they stay in jam packed right now. So if I need to get over there, I would have to make an appointment. It might be a week's out or whatever, but I ain't got time. I used to wear nails. I was the nail queen. I wore long nails, and that was back in the day. So when nails started off at $14, you hear me? And a fill-in was $10. So I ain't got time to be driving 45 minutes to Atlanta trying to get no nails done by nobody, whether you black or not. I don't want it done. If I want them, I could, like I said, I don't bought everything to do nails. The drill, the nails, the glue, the what you call that? What you call that? They put that stuff on your nails over the acrylic. Yeah, I got nail polish. I got acrylic. I got everything. I got what's that where you the special fingernail polish and then you stick your hand in the special gel nail. I got gel polish. I got the little machine you put your hand in so it could dry. I have I have nails already done that's colored, that's in designs. I have different stuff I can make design. I got all of that if I want to do my nails. But so I'm in the fight, but a lot of that stuff I don't get no way. You know, I don't get it no way. If I need anything that I know that come, most of the stuff I get is from the Chinese, but I'm an order from Amazon. So I'm not ordering it from their store. We worried about the stores here in the United States. Don't worry about what's over in China. You're gonna use China is number one for all over the world for their products. Africa, uh, Japan, Korea, England, Paris, uh, Ireland, all over the world, they number one for us their products. So we're not getting away from that. But you don't want to put them together. You can order it off Amazon or order offline. And when you order offline, make sure you ordering from like Amazon or Temu or somebody like that to where you know the product is coming from overseas. Even Temu and Shein, they have warehouses in America. I still don't care about that because they know, you get in those stores or whatever, uh, what you call it, those warehouses, you got black people working there. So it's not a warehouse full of Chinese people. And it's still, if you have a problem with that, just make sure you find somebody online that's in China. They do have Chinese stores that's in China. And well, actually, you're not gonna get it. Well, you'll get it, but it's gonna cost a lot because of the tariffs. I forgot about that. Yeah. So just order it from Amazon or Temu or something like that, who have warehouses over here. But we're mainly talking about the literally stores that the Asians have in the. I'm not just gonna say Asians, the Iranians and the Africans and what any other foreigner that's over here illegal that has stores over here. That's who you all should protest. And make sure you protest the restaurants, not just the beauty store. Huh?
The stories that's here are normally from people who've been here about the same time we've been here. You know that, right?
It don't matter. They Asian or they Iranian. It don't matter. It's about how they treat us and what they do to us. They've been doing that since I was a young girl. They treat us bad.
I feel like all people of different races treat all of the races.
But we from here. We could do that. We want. It's just like a family. It's just like your family. You could get mad at your brother and sister, cuss them out or whatever, whatever. Talk about them like a dog. One of your brothers could have boogers in his nose every day. You're gonna laugh at him and talk about him. But when JoJo come up and talk about him, who your neighbor or just somebody on the street, you ain't gonna let him talk about his all the snot and boogers in his nose. You're gonna stop him right then in his track. Hey, don't talk about my brother. So it's just like that with black people. We do each other wrong, yes, but we're not supposed to let somebody else that's not born and raised here do that. And the Asians that's born and raised here, they family don't already talk. You remember that when I telling you that a couple of days ago, that I was telling you that. I was meeting the Asians that went to when I did Uber, and I was picking up Asians from Washington U in St. Louis. They told me they families teach them to hate us. They families teach them to hate black people. Mexican families teach them the same thing when they look to hate black people. Even when I went to Malaysia had Chinese people there.
Teach their kids the same thing.
But they born and raised here. They from here.
Like nobody.
They from here.
Look.
When you go back, they is from here. When you go back to their ancestors, just like us, we originated out of Africa, our ancestors. White people too. Most of them from like Ireland, England, places like that. But that's their grandparents, great, not their grandparents, but like great grandparents, just like us, our ancestors. That's their ancestors. But other than that, we is from here. Asians, let's say Asians for instance. Yes, but they mama wasn't born here.
No, we got some that's like that. That's what I'm saying. You forget about the amount that also was brought over here during that time period. Because you got, what was it? The railroads that go across the country's longitude.
Mm-hmm.
Those were built mostly by Asians. A bunch of them was done back then. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of this history, you gotta look at all the history.
But we not talking about them. Those ones don't have stores. The stores we go to, the nail shops and the beauty supplies. No, they come here They comes here, and when they come here, they get they relatives, they get visas for them to come here also to start coming here. When they come here, they watch us like a hawk. They watches us in the stores on their cameras like a hawk. That's what they do. They, they was taught that all black folks steal. They don't do white people like that. They do us like that. But I tell you what,
That's what I'm saying.
right?
You gotta realize
But where do you see a beauty supply in the white neighborhoods? They in the black neighborhoods on every other corner. Out here where I'm at, where's there a beauty supply, Asian beauty supply? Because they know who they can do that to and who they can't. They know what they can bring in whose neighborhood and what they can't. You're not gonna go nowhere. I'm from St. Louis, and I live right here in Georgia. St. Louis to Houston, I lived in Houston, and I lived in Minnesota, and I lived in Illinois. When you go to the suburbs, where the white people at, you do not see beauty supplies. Absolutely not. Because they know they can't put them there to treat them like that.
I mean, they ain't gonna use them anyway.
Hmm?
They not gonna use them anyway. The stuff in beauty supplies, white people don't use.
No, because you got so many black people that's in these neighborhoods. Like me, I live.
You put your product where you know it's gonna sell. Why would you bring a beauty supply over here if you know you ain't finna sell no product? You're not
You
gonna
got
sell all this her stuff, all these different her the products that be in the Asian beauty supplies be the products that we use.
you have so many, like out here where I'm at. You got maybe half white and half black. They're not gonna put it out here. And they will make sales from the black people.
Not enough.
Yes, it is. It's enough. I mean, I could tell you about 3 beauty supplies that's not too far from here. And it's the same thing. It's half white and half black. But they put them close to the highway, closer going back to the city. But you still have all these people out here that has to, let's say, black people from exit 20 going back that way, all the way to exit 1. You got black people. But it's no beauty supply from exit 1 to exit 20.
So they're different demographics. The black people over there, they not gonna be being ghetto and ratchet. The ghetto and ratchet go to beauty supplies. That's why they build them.
No, if they build the ones I'm telling you about, the 1 or 2 or 3 that's not too far from here, you got black people. They not ratchet, but they just suburb black people that go there. So if they was to move their where they at now, if they was to move their beauty supply, let's say down the street from me, they still gonna have the same amount of people as they have from where they at now because it's mixed. But it's they just not gonna put it where they know white people not finna play with them. And white people do I have seen a few white people in a beauty supply. Most of them have like a black kid or something like that, and they go in there. And then there's certain things that they sell in there that they can use.
Demographics, I don't know. I don't know. Profit wise, it ain't worth it. That's how we neighborhood. I'm just saying.
Hmm. I must admit it. I fixed myself up real pretty to do this live. And I hope you all enjoyed the live. If so, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Because, like I say, I got more to come. I got more to talk about. I even talks about politics. I talk about a lot. And if you have any questions, you can write in the comments and you can ask me a question. And I'll answer it for you. Hi, Ron Jeezy. Hi for everyone that gave me a hi. Thank you for coming to my live. That's my grandbaby, Miss Foxy, and also Prince. Yeah, it's a rainy day. It's raining. Well, the day is over. It's night. It's a rainy night right now. It was a rainy day earlier. So it's a rainy night here in Georgia, y'all. I'm gonna be going to St. Louis in a couple of weeks. I miss home. I don't care where you go. You always miss home. Even when I traveled out the country, so many countries I went to, and sometimes I would say I'm gonna stay for 3 months. In 2 weeks, I was back home, and I have all the luggage or whatever. But that's because I can live other places. I'm not one of those ones that's scared to move away. But when I move away, after a while, maybe 3 months, 6 months, I be missing home, which is St. Louis. And I have family there, my grandkids, one of my daughters, my mom, my other relatives, brothers and sisters, just people in general that I know. And, I be missing people. I be missing the city, like downtown, go deep south. They don't fixed up a lot, deep south and deep west. So they got a lot of things in St. Louis area now. And I miss it. I say one day I might just move back home. If I wasn't by myself, I would have probably been gone. But when I say by myself, that means I got to pack all this stuff up and try to get all this stuff done and unpack it. Then I got to get it there and unpack it again. That stuff is. I've always moved for many years, and our family. Once I moved here 3 years ago and got my apartment together, I am tired. It's like I can't do this by myself. But I'm gonna have to get some help because it's either I'm gonna move back home to St. Louis or either Texas, but not in the flood areas of Texas.
Yeah. What
Hmm.
makes you feel like you want to move back?
Hmm.
What makes you feel like you want to move back?
I just explained it here on the live.
I'm like listening, but like I feel like it wasn't like really detailed enough.
My grandson said I wasn't detailed
I'm trying
enough
to get you to talk some more.
to see why would I want to move back home. He said what I just said wasn't detailed enough. So I'm gonna say it is.
Especially since you're a person who is well traveled as you are.
Yeah.
Even if you want to go back to like St. Louis and Texas, what about them two states stand out and say that?
Well, with Texas, it's so much to do, and the air is just a lot better in Texas. I would say many, many years ago, Minnesota was like that too. Even though it get cold, the air was much better. The school system I had, my kids was little then. Oh, they have a great school system. And your skin, the water, it makes your skin beautiful. And that's the same with Texas. Here in Georgia, the water is hard. Your hair come out from the water, so that's the difference with that. But that's not what makes me want to go back. what makes me want to go back is I'm able to breathe better when I'm in Texas. You know, I don't feel sick when I'm in Texas. I'm able to. It's real beneficial to get out and about in Texas because there's so much there to do everywhere. The suburbs, it don't matter. Like here in Georgia, a lot of your suburbs is nothing to do. If you want to really do something, you got to go to Midtown or you got to go to Atlanta. You know, just all the little areas that's around Atlanta is where everything is at. I'm not saying just in Atlanta, but like little counties around like Fulton, Forsyth, different counties that's near Atlanta. That's where you have to do that's where everybody is at. You know, you got the meet and greets and things like that. None of that is out here where I'm at. Nothing is out here. Right now, where I'm sitting in here, it could feel like I'm in St. Louis because there's nothing out here. It doesn't feel like Atlanta. Even though Atlanta is like, for me, Atlanta is like 27 minutes away from me. Atlanta is 27 minutes, but it doesn't feel like Atlanta at all. The restaurants, the way the food tastes, Atlanta got some nasty food. So daily food out here might be a little bit better than Atlanta. But the people is different type of people.
Okay. So those for Texas. Now, what about St. Louis? What intrigued you back to be there?
St. Louis has gotten built up. You know, I'm gonna say this: not in North County. No, if I was just to go home and go to North County, I would never say I want to move back to St. Louis. Never, ever, ever, because they're not doing nothing in North County. But by me driving Uber, I got a chance to go all over St. Louis area and suburbs. And they have a lot. They have a lot of things to do for kids, for adults. They built a lot downtown St. Louis that I didn't even get a chance to go to. Uh, it's just, in downtown St. Louis, when they have in the summertime, when they have like soccer and baseball, soccer, baseball is something else. Something else. What is it? Is it basketball? I think we got a basketball team now, something. But when everything is going on at one time, downtown is crowded. And I haven't seen downtown crowded since I was a teenager. But downtown be like, it be jumping. They have restaurants and all types of clubs downtown. It's just so fun to be down there. But I was just having fun dropping people off because I was working. I was doing Uber. But
And you basically got to see from doing Uber and stuff. You got to see your city change from how it used to.
oh yes. Yes. And then sometimes when I would go back, like I say, I wouldn't go past North County. So that's why, I would, and within 3 days, I'd be gone. All I saw in North County was them shutting down restaurants like Country Buffet, different, a whole bunch of little. Every time I go back, they don't shut something down, and it just looked horrible. It just like I don't want to be here. But when I moved back there 3 years, 4 years ago, and I was doing Uber, I went all over St. Louis County, where I used to live in St. Louis County out there in what's that? Start with a P, Pacific. Oh, they got so much out there. It's so many houses, so many restaurants. That was down the street from where I lived at. And where I lived, it was a no man land. Wasn't nothing there but the road. And I'm like, oh my God, I just love it now. And this area, Darby, Ballas Road, and way out there in West County off of Manchester Road, Ballas Road. I'm not, it's even though Ballas Road nice, but that's not what I'm talking about. Uh, you know where your mom worked at?
Yeah.
That's Manchester. Just keep it straight on out. Just keep going, keep going. That area got so much stuff. It's beautiful. They got a Sam's and Walmart that I used to go to out there. See a lot of those little plates over there on the wall over there, white plates you see on my wall in there, in the kitchen. Most all of that stuff I got out there at that Walmart. Yeah, so I will go to. I don't tell too many people, but I tell a few people. I still be like my grandson. Hear me? I ain't never told him that I might move back home, and it's gonna be between Texas and St. Louis. And if I move back home, it's a chance it's gonna be downtown in a loft. If I move back home, that way I can go anywhere while I'm, being downtown. I can get on the train, get on the bus, you know. It's a lot, it'll be a lot of things near me. The restaurant, clubs. I can go to the Union Station, ride the trains. I could get on the train, go to Chicago like I used to. I could make it a day trip, go to Chicago in the morning and come back home that evening on the train. Everything just so convenient right there. hmm And it's so much downtown. I wanted to go to a baseball game while I was home. I didn't go, but I can go to the baseball game. I'm not gonna go to no soccer game. I'm gonna tell y'all now. I'm not a soccer person. We got a soccer, uh, what you call it, daughter, stadium. But they told me the people that was going and the people that wanted to go, they was like the cheapest tickets run you $200 and up. So I won't be going to see soccer just to see soccer, just to say I've been in the stadium. Now that somebody else was buying a ticket. Then I could go to concerts. I'll be down the street. Yep, from the Enterprise Center. I can go to concerts. I like the blues, so I can see go to the hockey games at the Enterprise Center. It's just so much. I like out here where I'm at in Atlanta. It's nothing to do. Nothing. All that stuff I just mentioned about St. Louis, none of that is out here. Nothing. So that's where I would probably move to the loft. So I don't told y'all some things about me, and I'm gonna get ready to get off of here. Well, I guess you know what? I got a few more minutes because I wanted to at least do an hour. So I guess y'all ask me some questions if y'all want to ask me something. You got your chance right now to ask me some questions, and I answer 'em.
Do you got any questions? 'Cause I got one.
What? Okay, what's your question?
So, what do you feel like is one of the most recent challenges that's come up in recent years?
What is one of my grandson is asking me, what is one of my most recent challenges that has come up in how many, 1 year?
Like the recent years.
The recent years. What would you consider recent years?
Let's just say 2026.
26?
I'm trying to say, what's your most recent challenge and why you feel like it's one of your recent challenges, basically?
Okay, for year 2026, right? Okay, he said for 2026. What is one of my, I really don't have, let's say one. Um, I would have to say health wise, you know, feel like my body is giving out now that I'm older, and I'll be having things to do and I'm just by myself. So I can't really get it done. After I got through fixing, moved here and got everything in here and fixed this up, from putting pictures on the wall to doing this and doing that, it was like after about 3 months, my body broke down and say, "That's it. I'll let you get everything together. That's it. Now I'm gonna give you some trouble. It's gonna be hard for you to do anything now." That's what my body says. So, I got arthritis in my hand that bothers me every day, especially when it rains. I can't, I could put a piece of paper in my hand and it'll fall. So I have a hard time with my hand with this arthritis. My left legs, just like 3 weeks ago, just really just started giving out. Just, being in pain and it just gives out. I have so much to do. Um, in the inside, I have storages that I have to take care of. I just have so much to do, and mentally, I'm drained. It's a challenge. I can't, because uh, my health and me being drained, and the little depression comes from me for us the health wise, not being able to do what I need to do. And since I really can't do it like I want to, I start getting kind of depressed. So that's the biggest challenge this year. Other than that, I have no complaints from God. I have none, because He has truly, truly blessed me, and the elements that I have, they will disappear. Especially, like I say, I was sick before and went to Texas and I got better. That's one reason why I wanted to go back. One of the reasons I wanted to go back to Texas. But because a lot of people don't know this, your health can, where you live at, that can affect your health. Like when I was in St. Louis and things weren't going right for us, my businesses and things like that. And like I told you, I've been like this forever, feeling that, hey, these foreigners can come over here and get whatever they want. But I have a hard time getting it for myself, and I'm from here. But I used to stay sick then. But when I moved to Georgia, I got a lot better. But then when I moved to Texas, like 3 years later, I ain't had no kind of illness. And I felt so good. The water was good. The fresh air was good. It was, my health was a lot better. And I feel that's what's causing me, even now, for as my health problem, is because of where I'm at.
So you feel like your environment messed with your feng shui, or like your environmental energy. That's what it means.
Yes.
And normally people fixate feng shui by how they have set up and things like that, but sometimes the feng shui be messed up just on geographical location. So you feel like Georgia is the spot for you. That's why you can think about going to like St. Louis, Texas.
Yeah. Now, see, I don't feel that if I get to St. Louis that I'm going to get better. I don't feel that way, because that's why I originally, many years ago, left St. Louis and I got better. But I was sick there. But I would go based off of just having fun, just having a peace of mind. Because, see, I have winter depression. So St. Louis get cold. So I'm going to have winter depression. I have it here. So I'm gonna have that. I don't have winter depression in Texas, but I will have it. I have it here, and if I go home, I'm gonna have it. So I think I could deal with that once I go home, because I'm older now. I don't go like I used to. I'm at peace, so I could deal with it better. You know what I'm saying? Than to be right here in this spot. This where I'm at right now in this spot. That's what's doing it. You see what I'm saying? Because it's nothing here. It's nothing right here. And I go to, majority of the time when I leave out this house, I don't come out this area. Everything is around me I need to do in this area. Everything. You know, the grocery stores, restaurants, everything is out here. So I just have to get out the area. So that's all that is. But um I don't like Atlanta like that to where I will say I know I'm not gonna be here the rest of my life. I already know that. But I just dread moving. I was trying to move this year, but I was just dreading that moving. I was dreading that. And I got so much stuff and I ain't done with the stuff in the storage. So I definitely couldn't move. That was the reason why I couldn't move. I still got to get all the stuff in my storage unit together. But yeah, my grandson up here talking to me. But we gonna get ready to get off of here because I don't been on here an hour. And next time I come on, we're gonna be talking about something else on a different topic. So I enjoyed you all, and I hope you all enjoyed me. And if you did, hit that like and subscribe button. And do know that I will be back on here at another time and another day. I'm gonna be coming on here, y'all. I'm gonna be doing lives at least 3 times a day for an hour. So I'm gonna be having a lot to talk about. So I see you all on the nice. You hear me on the nice on the next live, y'all. I'm out of here.